give up! You'll never get me, Guybrush Threepwood, coppers! Don't be a hero!
It's the door to freedom. If I could open it, I wouldn't be trapped in here. That's huge! It's one of the hinges that holds this door in place. Well, I can't remove it with my bare hands.
Everybody freeze! This is a robbery! Everybody freeze! This is a robbery!
This hanky has PP embroidered on it. I highly doubt that this belonged to Grandpa Marley. This thing reeks. It smells somewhat like hickory smoked fish. It smells sort of like flowers growing in a cesspool.
Mighty bank robber!
It smells a little like fish snot. It smells a tiny bit like a corpse floating in a bog. It smells kind of like a lumberjack wiped his armpits with it. It has the faintest whiff of something nice, though.
I said don't move!
It's a small packing sponge.
Down on the floor!
It's a large packing sponge.
Just send out the hostages, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Never!
It's a packing sponge. It's an old, cracked sword.
Oh, forget the vault! Just give me everything else!
I can't use this. There seems to be something inside. It's a music box. It's a cute little music box. Hey, there's a bottle of fine grog behind this music box.
Don't even try it, punk! That's GUYBRUSH THREEPWOOD.
We've got you surrounded.
I'll never give up!
It's a bottle of the 67 Chateau de Spittle, a fine vintage grog with an insouciant flavor and a saucy aftertaste.
Come out with your hands up.
No thanks. A grog this old could probably eat through most of my internal organs.
Guybrush Threepwood! I said
I broke the hinge
move.
off, but I broke the sword too. That didn't get me anywhere. The sword seems to be widening the crack a bit.
Nobody leaves until I get all the loot and safe passage out of here!
With the sword jammed in there, the gap is larger.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty bank robber! Down on the floor!
There are dry sponges stuffed in the door jamb.
You'll never get me, Guybrush Threepwood, coppers! So long, suckers! And remember, you've just been robbed by Guybrush Threepwood!
Hey! Where'd he go?
Hey, what's all the commotion?
Get him!
Ah!
You're under arrest, Mr. Threepwood. Right, down to the jailhouse with you. All right, you. Didn't your mum ever explain that bank robbery isn't nice?
It wasn't me, it was the no-nosed bandit.
Right, no-nosed bandit. Or perhaps it was the guy we caught red-handed. You! Although we haven't found the loot yet.
To find it with the real robber, so let me go and get cracking.
Detective work isn't my job. If you want to clear your name, you've got a few things to do.
Okay, what?
I need the perpetrator, I need proof he was at the scene of the crime, and I need proof that he committed the crime.
You know, it'd be a lot easier if I could just bribe you.
I'll ignore that, Threepwood. Around here, we do things by the book. Now, since this is your first offence, you'll be placed under house arrest.
I get to go back to the mansion and play with Timmy?
No, you are confined to Lucre Island. You are not permitted to leave until and unless you are cleared of the crime of bank robbery. To make sure you don't leave, you are required to wear the voodoo anklet of extreme discomfort.
I was wondering about that. It's rather uncomfortable. Can you loosen it?
Well, that wouldn't be the point then, would it? It gets a lot more uncomfortable if you try to leave the island.
At least I'm not in jail. That's Inspector Canard. Inspector?
Yes?
I'm innocent. It was the no-nosed pirate that robbed the bank.
Who? Peg-nosed Pete. Listen, if I had a monkey for every time some penny ante crook tried to pin their criminal malfeasance on Peg-nosed Pete, I'd have enough monkeys to work out a reasonable sequel to Hamlet by now.
So what you're saying is that you don't believe me?
No.
Why don't you believe that Peg-nosed Pete robbed the bank?
Because, Mr. Threepwood, it's just not Peg-Nose's style. If Peg-Nose had robbed a bank, he would have snuck in under the cover of darkness, used a clever series of weights and pulleys to open the vault, and would have absconded with the loot without leaving a trace of his presence. Peg-Nosed Pete would never simply enter a bank in the middle of the day, waving a pistol around like a common thug. It's beneath him.
Where can I find Peg-nosed Pete?
If I knew that, he'd be locked up right now.
Because he framed me for robbing the bank?
No, because he's wanted for approximately 300 other crimes on Lucre Island.
Just for the sake of argument, what would it take to prove my innocence?
Well, since you don't have an alibi, you'd have to turn the finger of blame towards the real culprit.
Great! How do I do that?
Off the top of my head, I can think of 3 things that would do the job. A. New evidence would have to surface linking the so-called real perpetrator to the crime. 2. The stolen bank loot would have to be recovered. And Z. The real criminal would have to be caught and brought to justice.
That should be a piece of cake for a pirate with a keen analytical mind like myself.
I'll keep your cell warm.
Can you remove this voodoo anklet? I really need to get back to my wife.
Sorry, you're stuck on this island until your trial arrives. Or until you manage to prove that you're innocent.
When can I expect my trial?
As soon as the judge returns.
Great, when's that?
He should be back within a few weeks, when his vacation's over.
A few weeks? I need to get back to Melee Island today.
Well, I guess you should have thought of that before you went and robbed that bank now, shouldn't you?
But I'm innocent.
Tell it to the judge.
Wow, this voodoo anklet sure is uncomfortable.
That's why it's called the voodoo anklet of extreme discomfort.
How's the investigation going?
What investigation? You were caught red-handed. I'm just waiting for the judge.
Oh. You're not going to lift a finger to help me, are you?
No.
But what about justice?
Haven't you heard? Justice is blind.
Not to mention lazy, apparently.
Quiet, you.
Well, I better get out there and prove my innocence.
Stay out of trouble.
Hey, I should bring Meat Hook here. You'd like this place. It's good to see that Lucre Island doesn't mollycoddle its criminal element. My mom told me not to play with sharp, pointy objects, especially the ones with other people's blood on them. Ew, greasy. I guess they use it on these Iron Maiden spikes to allow smooth impaling. No, I get enough grease eating fish and chips. That's greasy enough as it is. Iron Maiden! Excellent! I have no idea why I said that. I'm not getting in there, not after what happened last time. Right. Now there's a manly pirate. It's attached to the wall. It says, Contra leges marinas latrocinium maris est. I think that means, actually I have no idea what it means. It's Otis. Otis, what are you doing here?
I'm a victim of society.
Let me guess, you were framed, right?
How did you know?
Just a hunch.
Some old guy with a weird accent accused me of stealing flowers from his front yard.
What is it with you and flowers?
It's a plot, I tell you. People are to make me seem less fearsome and piratey by accusing me of being the kind of pirate who likes to pick flowers.
If it's any comfort, Otis, I never found you all that fearsome to begin with.
Go pick a pack of pussies.
I'm feeling an incredible feeling of deja vu.
Would it help if I gave you a breath mint?
Wait, it's past. When are you due to be released?
He'll be released just about the same time you prove your innocence.
Hey, just because my captain is a notorious bank robber, there's no reason to take it out on me.
Otis!
Yes?
You're not helping. See you later, Otis.
You're gonna get me out of here, right?
Oh, Inspector, I think you'll find this interesting.
What's this?
It's a stinky hanky that belongs to the real bank robber.
Who? Peg-Nosed Pete. It wouldn't prove he was the perpetrator. To do that, you'd need to prove Peg-Nose had the loot in his possession.
Rats. It's the exit. She looks a little, lightheaded.
Why, hello there, Brittany.
Oh, hi! Why do you sound like a sick kraken?
Oh, sorry. Sorry you lost your job.
Oh, it's all right. I didn't like working at that bank much anyway. I've always really wanted to be in show business.
What kind of show business?
I want to be a singer and have my own backup dancers. I don't have any skills or experience, but I figure with the right attitude, there's no stopping me.
Me too. Maybe we could start an act together.
I don't think so. I'm looking for someone a little more...
Piratey?
Cool.
Then why were you wasting away at the bank?
I was making ends meet while I put my act together. Guess I needed the push. I was getting too wrapped up in the whole financial system thing.
Hope that works out for you. What are you gonna do now?
Well, I always wanted to get into show business.
Hope that works out for you. Is it too late to open an account?
You're funny, Mr. Threepwood. The bank is no concern of mine anymore.
Well, I have manly things to do in a sensitive way. Bye. I think he's still pretty cheesed off about the bank robbery. Hey there, Moneybags.
Very funny, Mr. Threepwood. Are you enjoying the money you stole?
Hey, I'm innocent.
Yes, right. And I'm a 20-carat brooch.
It was the no-nosed man.
Hell, I wish I had $1 for every time I've heard that. Of course, I used to, until you came along, that is.
Enough about me. How's the banking business?
Oh, just great, thanks to you. Now I'm broke, and nobody on this island would trust me with their money ever again. What am I going to do now?
Well, you could have a bake sale.
I've only met one person who could sell pastries to pirates, and he's in real estate.
You could steal enough to start your bank again.
I'm a banker. I don't know anything about stealing.
I'll find the guy who did it and wreak vengeance upon his soul.
That won't help me much, but watching you fall on the sword would be entertaining.
Let's talk about something else. Have you seen someone go by here carrying a bag of loot?
What does he look like?
Sort of like me.
Yes, I've seen him, but he didn't have a bag with him.
Really?
Where? I'm looking at him!
When are you going to reopen the bank?
Inspector Canard won't let me inside, so even if I could afford to reopen it, I'm not allowed.
Why aren't you allowed inside?
The inspector says that it's a crime scene and needs to remain sealed until the case is closed.
Then why are you hanging around here? You look kind of suspicious to me.
I didn't rob the bank, if that's what you're insinuating.
I don't know. Most robberies are inside jobs.
Maybe, but all criminals return to the scene of the crime, and here you are.
Let's break in.
Unlike you, I respect authority and law. No one will enter the bank until the crime is solved.
Let's talk about something else. I hear my parole officer calling. See you later. The Lucre Bank. Best place to put your loot.
Returning to the scene of the crime, are you?
I was just looking for evidence.
Right. Bank's closed until my investigation is complete. So I don't want to see you going in there. I told you to stay out.
If only I could get up to that window. Inspector Canard can't see me over here. I can't reach that window standing down here on the ground. Palace of Prostheses. Let's see, rubber knuckles, artificial appendages, faux follicles. Nope, nothing I want here. It's a basket of finely crafted prosthetic limbs. It's a false leg made of porcelain. Ugh. I'm not touching that. It's a wooden hand.
I heard that. I hope you're planning to pay for that hand. It ain't cheap.
Actually, I don't have a dime.
Well then, you'd best be putting it back then, eh, Tiger?
Sorry. I haven't seen so many pointy things in one place since my last dental checkup. Sticking my hand into a basket full of hooks seems like a recipe for disaster. What a great idea. Pity about the elephants, though. I make it a rule to boycott things made from endangered animals that I didn't personally kill. It appears to be some sort of high-tech file retrieval system. I wish they'd stop staring at me. I've had enough of touching other people's eyeballs, thanks. It's the guy who runs the Palace of Prostheses. That creepy-looking guy has patches over both of his eyes.
Yeah, but my hearing is great.
Sorry.
Welcome to the Palace of Prostheses, home of the no detection, no infection, no rejection 30-day guarantee. You smell new. Who are you?
It's me, your Uncle Freddy.
No, you're not.
What do you mean? Don't you recognize me?
No, Uncle Freddy smells more like lemon bean curd.
Okay, you got me. My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Who are you?
Dave. Around here they call me Dead-Eye Dave. I'm the Tri-Island area's foremost expert in anatomical approximation.
Not to be insensitive, but are you blind?
Do I look blind?
I don't know. The twin eye patches could be some sort of hip new pirate fashion statement.
Of course I'm blind, you lilac-scented party waste!
Sorry.
Don't give it a second thought. My other senses more than compensate for my lack of sight. For example, I usually can identify my customers by their distinctive individual odors.
You can recognize people by their smell?
Usually no problem. Today though my nose is stuffed up because I got a bit of a cold. So I can only recognize amplified odors, like the lilac aftershave you generously applied to your face. Fortunately, my hearing's still sharper than a barge full of bunnies.
So how sharp is your hearing anyway, Baldy?
Sharp enough, Pinky.
So, how's the prosthetics business?
It's been better.
Let me guess. An Australian land developer is using strong-arm tactics to try and buy up your business.
What? Where'd you get a weird idea like that?
Well, I just figured...
Well, you figured wrong. Australia, what kind of a name is that anyway?
Never mind. So what is wrong with your business?
My monkey left me.
Okay, I'll bite. What was so important about your missing monkey?
Because Pongo handled all my paperwork and deliveries. He was the only one who understood my back office's automated filomatic filing system. Without him, I have no idea which orders go with which customers. It's really upsetting my regular clientele.
That's terrible. Have you heard from your filing monkey since he disappeared?
What's he gonna do? Send me a postcard?
I'm looking for a no-nosed pirate thief.
Well, we certainly get a lot of those around here.
Thieves?
No, no-nosed pirates.
Really?
Oh my, yes. You'd be amazed how often pirates lose their honkers. Does this pirate thief of yours have a name?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's too bad. Of course, even if I knew the pirate's name, it probably wouldn't matter. Without Pongo, I wouldn't be able to retrieve your pirate's file.
I'm still looking for a no-nosed pirate.
Do you know his name yet?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's too bad. Of course, even if I knew the pirate's name, it probably wouldn't matter. Without Pongo, I wouldn't be able to retrieve your pirate's file.
I'm looking for some gifts for my differently abled pirate friends.
Then you've come to the right place. What kinds of prostheses did you have in mind?
How about something in a fashionable peg leg?
You're in luck. We've just received several baskets of steady leg ivory pegs with rubber stoppers. They're 20 doubloons apiece.
That'd be great, if I had any money. What kind of hooks are the cool pirates wearing this season?
Oh, a traditionalist. Well, nothing says yo-ho-ho in a bottle of rum quite like our Quick Gut 2000 line of hooks. Today we're having a sale. Buy one hook for 30 doubloons and get a replacement hook for free.
That's a little bit out of my range. What have you got in affordable prosthetic hands?
Well, if you're not too discriminating, there's a basket of slightly malformed redwood hands over there. We're letting them go at 5 doubloons a pop.
Gee, that does sound good. Almost wish I was carrying some money. Frankly, I'm in the market for a prosthetic nose.
Sorry, we're fresh out. It's shocking how quickly my regular customers blow through those things.
What have you got that's free?
Free? What do you think I'm running, a charity?
What can I say? I'm broke.
Okay, you've appealed to my sense of generosity. Here's what I'll do. I'll let you have one of my untested, unguaranteed, unapproved experimental prosthetic devices.
Neat. What kind of prosthetic devices are we talking about?
I'll let you choose through a story.
Huh?
Humor me. Once upon a time, there was a pirate named
Harry?
Harry. A palm reader had told Harry that he was destined to marry a beautiful singer named
Wendy?
Wendy. Tragically, Wendy had already pledged her heart to a jerk named
Jed?
That's right, Jed.
Well,
What?
what happened?
All three of them became the butt of a very naughty limerick. The end.
What a dreadful story.
I know. Here's your free experimental prosthesis.
What is it?
This is a noble experiment that never quite worked. A team of French proctologists decided to attack the problems faced by pirates who lost their butts. Some had their butts shot off in battle, others had worked their butts off, while still others could no longer find their butts with both hands and a flashlight. After many years, they created this, the Faux Butt 3000. To everyone's surprise, it flopped.
But why?
It turns out that people would rather have no butt at all than a phony butt.
I still need to find some St. Swithin's Day gifts for my friends.
What kinds of gifts did you have in mind?
I'd like to have another one of those free prostheses.
Can't get enough of experimental technology, huh? Okay, once upon a time, there was a pirate named
Larry?
Larry. Larry wanted to win the hand of a fair maiden named
Cindy?
Cindy. Unfortunately, Cindy's hand had already been promised to a vile cad named
Ned?
Ned, that's it.
Well,
What?
what happened?
Neither of them had the guts to go through with the wedding, so she turned her passion towards the stock market, where she lived happily ever after. The end.
What a dreadful story. That story's worse than the last one.
I know. Here's your free experimental prosthesis.
What is it?
That's a few dozen feet of Frinkle and Osterman's artificial guts.
Oh, gross.
I know. Those things always clog up on cold winter nights.
Ugh, double gross. I still need to find some St. Swithin's Day gifts for my friends.
What kinds of gifts did you have in mind?
I'd like to have another one of those free prostheses.
Can't get enough of experimental technology, huh? Okay, once upon a time, there was a pirate named
Jerry?
Jerry. Jerry had his eye on a pirate princess named
Mindy?
Mindy. Sadly, Mindy's finger was already wearing the engagement ring of a bounder named
Fred?
Yeah, Fred.
Well,
What?
what happened?
Oh, they all died of liver disorders in their early 30s. You wouldn't believe how much grog those kids were drinking. The end.
What a dreadful story. That story's worse than the last one.
I know. Here's your free experimental prosthesis.
What is it?
It's a Bumbleweenie M-Class artificial liver. They were recalled a few months back.
I couldn't handle the grog?
Just the opposite. If they didn't get a constant supply of hard alcohol, they broke down.
See you later.
That makes one of us.
Hey, does the smell in this hanky remind you of anything or anybody?
Oh no, let me see. Nope, I don't really smell much of anything in it.
What do you mean? I thought blind people's...
Hey, visually challenged.
Sorry, I thought visually challenged people's other senses become enhanced to offset the lack of vision. I mean, I have a fully functioning set of eyes, and even I can smell the foul odor coming off this hanky.
Well, that only applies when my nose is clear. I've kind of got a little bit of a cold and stuffed nose, so I can't smell much right now. If you really need to make use of my amazing odor divining abilities, you're gonna have to find a way to give me an amplified version of this smell.
Like how?
Just follow your nose.
Wow, Lucre Town is a sewage system. How nice is that? I wonder if I can get into the bank through here. It's just too heavy for me to pull open on my own. Oh, crud. I dropped the sword into the sewers. Oh well. Now it's a broken and very stinky sword. Wow. What a very deep, dark hole. Not to mention smelly. Whew. On second thought, I don't think I want to go down there for any reason. There's something scratched into the bottom of this. It says Cindy loves Ned, but scratched out right next to that it says Harry loves Cindy. What a weird place to profess your love for someone. Hey, stop that! Ugh, that's not a pretty sight. What's with all the spritzing, mate?
Welcome to Scents and Sensibilities, where subtle fragrances from exotic lands transport you to worlds of romance and delight. My name is Hugo, and I am a licensed aromatherapist. Can Hugo interest you in one of our fine perfumes, colognes, or aftershaves?
Aren't you a little piratey for a perfume salesman?
Hugo's not a pirate. Hugo's a model citizen, making a positive economic contribution to the economic well-being of Lucre Island.
Uh-huh. You sure look like a pirate to me.
But Hugo's not a pirate. Not anymore, leastways.
How do you stop being a pirate?
By taking Ozzy Mandrill's Pirate Re-Education Mail-Order Correspondence course.
What's that?
It's a miracle, it is. In 3 weeks, it taught Hugo how to channel his destructive antisocial urges into more constructive avenues.
Like selling scented bathwater.
Precisely.
Why would you want to quit being a pirate in the first place?
Because Hugo could read the writing on the wall. Hugo saw that the pirate lifestyle was being marginalised by powerful outside interests. Hugo decided to get out while the getting was good.
Yeah. Doesn't Hugo miss being a pirate?
Not especially, no. Although sometimes Hugo misses the wind in his face. And the wenches. And Hugo misses the grog. And the decks covered with the blood of Hugo's enemies. But other than that, no, not a thing.
Beep. What's that ungodly stench you've been exposing to unsuspecting passers-by?
That's our featured fragrance, Eau de la Chuck.
Who'd want to smell like LeChuck?
Oh, it's very popular among tourists wanting to capture that authentic swashbuckling mystique.
But LeChuck smelled like a rotting corpse.
We prefer to refer to it as earthy.
Eau de LeChuck's really that popular?
Oh, yes, sir. In the last few hours, Hugo's gone through dozens of sample bottles.
You wouldn't happen to have seen a no-nosed pirate run by here with a sack of loot, would you?
No, but Hugo did see you run by here with a sack of loot.
When I ran by here with a sack of loot, which way was I going?
Towards the deepest forests of Lucre Island.
Thanks. Smell you later.
Thank you for your patronage. Please come again.
It's a pile of empty perfume spritzer bottles. I'll just take one. There's nothing in this bottle. Hey, stop that! Whew. This stand is excessively odoriferous. Be glad this game doesn't have support for smell generation. It's a full bottle of perfume. Phew, this stuff smells bad, even for a pirate. This perfume has a neat stripe running through it.
Oh, that's new candy cane perfume. It smells nice, and it's edible.
No. Looks too exotic to me. This is a very pink and very feminine looking perfume.
Yes, that is L'Eau de la Fleur, the perfect perfume for the most feminine of ladies, or the least masculine of males.
Heck no, I'm a tough pirate man. It does smell nice though. That's a nice blue hue.
'Tis the smell of the sea in a bottle.
No thanks. Wow, what a plethora of colors in this bottle.
Oh yes, a breakthrough in scent technology. This is called Mutt, a well-adjusted combination of every essence known to Pirate Man.
Ick. I don't think so. That one scares me. I thought that laundry got hung up after it was cleaned. But that laundry's not my size. Nice hatchet. I don't want to make barrels. Whoever lives here must be pretty small. I can't fit through that little door. It's the door to the House o' Sticks. It's a barrel of sticks. I don't think there are any sticks I want in that barrel. Just another barrel of sticks. Slightly irregular and blemished sticks. 40% off marked price.
Freddy, where's my new walking stick?
It's right over here, Mr. Mandrill. A brand new cane, hand-carved to the exact specifications of your previous stick.
It better be, or I'll buy up your putrid little shop and replace it with something useful, like a public urinal.
I take it that you'll be putting this on your tab, Mr. Mandrill?
What do you think?
You know, if I weren't a peaceable sort, I'd whack that gentleman over the head with one of my sticks. I wouldn't stop whacking until his brains leaked out all over my rustic, hand-polished hardwood floor. Yep.
But you're a peaceable sort, right?
Yep.
Must be the guy who makes these sticks.
Yep, Freddy's my name. Been making sticks since you were no bigger than a toenail on a June bug.
I'm back.
So you are.
I wouldn't think that a walking stick shop could support itself on a pirate-infested island.
Well, under normal circumstances, I might agree with that sentiment. But lately, Lucre Island's been experiencing an influx of tourists, gawkers, and other assorted outsiders. They're always more than eager to purchase my authentic pirate walking sticks at a reasonable markup, of course. Besides which, I can always depend on Mr. Mandrill to break a few dozen sticks a week. He's been single-handedly keeping me in business for months.
So the walking stick market is booming, is that it?
Well, no, I wouldn't exactly call it booming, but it's putting food on the table. And if Mr. Mandrill ever pays off his tab, I can retire.
Can you help me? I can't decide which walking stick is right for me.
Well, now, in order to choose the right stick, we'll need to know a little about your walking stick needs. Where do you expect to be doing most of your walking?
Walking? I thought these things were just decorative.
Perhaps you should talk to me again when you're more serious about walking sticks.
I'd like to take another whack at choosing the perfect walking stick.
Well, then let's find a good one for you. Where do you expect to be doing most of your walking?
Back and forth on the deck of my mighty pirate ship.
Oh, I see. And how many people would you expect to be walking with?
I'll be walking with my wife. She's a governor, you know.
Whatever you say, sir. How long will you be walking on average?
3 minutes.
You should try to pace yourself a little better. Well then, taking all your answers into consideration, not to mention the numerous personal observations I've made of your movements, I believe that the perfect walking stick for you would be the Wiebelfester 9000 Rainforest Deluxe. As luck would have it, we've got dozens of them in stock.
It's Freddy's stick catalog. Why would I want to look through the catalog when I've got the real thing right here? What does it take to get some service in here?
No need to make a racket ringing that bell. I'm right here.
I'm back.
So you are.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about a no-nosed pirate, would you?
Well, now, that sounds a lot like Peg-Nosed Pete. What would you like to know about him?
Who is he?
Peg-Nose? He's the greatest pirate thief on Lucre Island. No one's come within a ship's broadside of putting him in leg irons. Yep, but I came close. Once.
No.
Yes, it happened one dark and foggy night. Many years ago, I was out testing out one of my new walking stick models, the WD-32. It has a real fancy-looking wood duck engraved in the handle, and he tried to mug me.
Gosh, what did you do?
Well, I wasn't going to stand for that. I raised my cane up to give him a good whack on the noggin, you betcha.
And?
And he ran away. I didn't even get a chance to swing. I guess he knows better than to mess with old Freddy. Yep.
Fascinating. So, who is Peg-Nose again?
You got sticks in your ears, son. He's Lucre Island's uncatchable pirate thief.
Oh, yeah, right. Where can I find him?
You can't.
Come again?
No one knows where Peg-Nose's hideout is. Oh, sure. There's some rumors of him living in the middle of the treacherous Mist-So-Time marsh. But frankly, I don't believe a human being can get there from here.
Where did you say I could find Peg-Nose?
I said that you couldn't.
Oh, yeah. What happened to his nose?
It's something of a mystery. Most folks around these parts would tell you it was nibbled off by a duck. Personally, I don't believe it.
Why not?
Well, sir, it's been my experience that ducks have exceptionally tiny teeth. It'd take a long time for a duck, even a particularly nasty duck, to nibble off a man's nose. I can't imagine a man letting a duck peck away at his nose for hours on end without seeking medical help.
Good point. So you really don't think that a duck bit off his nose?
I suppose it could have happened that way. I just find it highly irregular.
On second thought, I think I'll find out about Peg-Nose on my own.
Makes no never mind to me, Junior.
I'd like to take another whack at choosing the perfect walking stick.
Yeah, and let's find a good one for you. Where do you expect to be doing most of your walking?
Amidst dense Caribbean jungles.
Ah, the adventurous type. And how many people would you expect to be walking with?
I'll probably be by myself.
I sort of figured that might be the case. How long will you be walking on average?
8 hours, 23 minutes, 37 seconds.
Very good. Well then, taking all your answers into consideration, not to mention the numerous personal observations I've made of your movements, I believe that the perfect walking stick for you would be the Wiebelfester 9000 Rainforest Deluxe.
Hey, isn't that what you told me the last time?
See? It must be the stick for you.
This must be Freddy's calculator. Pirates don't need calculators.
Besides, it's not yours to take, Sonny.
If I had a hamster, I could use this stuff for bedding. These sticks look perfectly fine to me.
To the untrained eye, they might. Those sticks didn't pass our rigid quality assurance process.
I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with them.
They're probably fine for the non-discriminating type of consumer, but those sticks wouldn't pass the muster for our high-end buyers.
It is very important to choose a walking stick that fits your body, lifestyle, and temperament. Your walking stick should be no more than waist high and hefty enough to support 50% of your body weight. Active people should choose a stick that corresponds with the type of activity. Boring. I guess I don't want a walking stick that bad. Ye Olde Baite Shoppe. Phew! It smells like dead fish in here.
9 kinds of dead fish, huh?
I only see 5 kinds of dead fish here.
That's not our entire selection, you know.
One-armed Sam's shark repellent. Groggy Sailor smelling salts. Grandma Pete's dolphin safe tuna net. Chub rub bait set. Ooh, it's the Grouper Master 3000 series with bamboo composite core. I'd have no use for it. I can never seem to bring myself around to stabbing poor defenseless little worms with hooks. Caviar in a bait shop?
Oh, that's just how I get rid of my expired bait, eh?
Even if I liked caviar, I wouldn't take that stuff. This must be where the magic happens.
Don't touch that! You'll contaminate the bait preparation zone.
Contrary to popular legends, fish heads are neither roly nor poly. I doubt that I'll be needing a fish head. And even if I do, I'm not picking one up. Sharp? No thanks. I try to keep the number of large, pointy things in my pants to an absolute minimum.
You're back, eh? Can't resist the smell of fresh bait, huh?
If that's fresh, I don't want to know what old bait smells like. Just looking at it makes my eyes burn. Excuse me.
Yes?
How's the bait business?
It stinks.
You're telling me. P.U.
No, I mean it's horrible.
I bet business would pick up if you crack open a window every now and then.
Why, I tried that.
Did it help?
No. In fact, it seemed to drive prospective customers away. That's when I realized, see, that something strange is going on.
Strange? How so?
Well, it may be the chum talking, but I could swear that Lucre Island is getting less and less pirate-friendly.
Really? How?
Why, we've been besieged.
By hostile invaders?
Weiss! Tourists!
Yikes.
There aren't many of them around today, but you hang around for a week and they'll pop up like a bloated corpse in a calm sea. Why, they've been driving some of Lucre's oldest pirate-oriented businesses into new fields and have compelled some of our nastier pirates to consider new lifestyle choices. Why, I myself have soiled my once noble bait shop with a cheesy Timite circus in a desperate attempt to get me hands on some of those tourist shekels.
Was it working?
Not very well. Insects seem to repel tourists almost as much as fish guts.
Go figure. Is the bait business getting any better?
Nope. It still stinks.
It sure stinks in here.
You get used to it after a while, and come to miss it when you're out and about. That's why I never bathe, see? So I can keep that sweet, sweet scent of fish entrails with me wherever I go.
How touching. Not to mention revolting. Do you have any bait that could catch a cold?
No.
Do you have any bait that could catch a tiger by the tail?
No.
Do you have any bait that could catch a thief?
No!
Do you have any bait that could catch a red grouper?
For the last time. Oh, yes. That free stuff over there will work fine.
Gotcha. Why is that bait over there free?
Well, that bait is nearly expired. I need to get rid of it before it goes bad.
How does bait go bad?
Oh, the usual ways. Falls in with the wrong crowd, starts rebelling against authority, begins dating bait of loose virtue. And before you know it, the bait's gone bad.
Do you know anything about a no-nosed pirate thief?
Well, that sounds like Peg-Nosed Pete.
You know him?
Are you kidding? Everyone on Lucre Island has heard of Peg-Nosed Pete.
Who is he?
Oh, he's the most notorious thief on Lucre Island. He's never been caught, and his loot has never been recovered. And his true face, aside from his trademark false nose, has never been seen.
Well, I've seen his true face. It's not pretty.
Yeah, right. And I've seen a bucket of chum solve complex math problems.
Where can I find him?
You can't. Nobody can. There's rumor that his hideout is somewhere in the heart of the Mists of Time Marsh.
Great. I'm off to the marsh.
But no one has ever been able to navigate their way through the marsh without getting hopelessly lost. It's cursed.
Darn. Another curse. Where did you say I can find him?
Are you deaf or something? I said you can't find Peg-Nose. Not unless you navigate the cursed Mists of Time Marsh.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that part. How did he lose his nose?
Oh, that's one of the darkest mysteries of Lucre Island. Some would have you believe that Peg-Nose's proud proboscis was pecked off by a duck. But I believe it was a school of deranged flounder that made off with his honker.
That's one of the darkest mysteries of Lucre Island?
Well, no. But it sounds more ominous that way.
How does he smell without a nose anyway?
Awful.
I guess I should have seen that one coming. Let's talk about something else.
Well, whatever skins your salmon.
I think I'll just look around for a while.
Well, you look all you like, but if you break it, you board it.
Whee! Look at the cute little termite circus. It's just like a flea circus, but with termites. That was exciting. Gentle player, at this point you should be thankful that your computer does not have odor emulation capability. This place smells horrible. I mean really bad. So bad, in fact, that...
Hey, you don't like it? Leave.
It's a large, stinky vat of free bait, marinating in bait juice. Ew. It's Carla. She looks bored. Hey, Carla.
What do you want?
Otis is in jail.
That figures. He always gets in trouble when he's on shore leave.
Why aren't you on shore leave?
Someone has to stay and guard the ship while the big cheese repairs all the damage you inflicted on it.
Since you're stuck here, would you like me to get you something from town?
Like what?
Well, there's a lovely prostheses shop on the east side of the town square.
Do I look like I need any prostheses?
Is that a trick question? Are you sure you don't need any prosthetic parts?
No, but keep it up and you might need some.
I found a lovely bait shop on the outskirts of Lucre Town.
I hate fishing.
You want a handcrafted walking stick? There's a shop that makes them.
Walking sticks are for insecure wimps who can't keep their balance.
I own 5. Maybe I should do some more window shopping first.
Whatever.
Have you seen a no-nosed pirate run by here?
I thought you were looking for your wife's lawyers.
Yes, but now I'm looking for a pirate with no nose.
This is how it starts, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
First it'll be something quirky and fun like a no-nose pirate. Then maybe an innocent little voodoo spell used to, I don't know, ward off vampire bats or something. And before you know it, the Chuck will show up with his legions of undead goons and pow, we'll all be stuck on Monkey Island again. I should have listened to Otis.
So what you're saying is that you haven't seen a no-nosed pirate?
No.
Still no sign of a no-nosed pirate?
What does it matter? We're all doomed to return to Monkey Island.
I'll take that as a no then. Carry on, Carla.
Do I really have a choice?
Lucre Island Port Authority. I better not go in there or they might get on my case about the damage my navigator did to the docks. It's a chess clock.
I wouldn't recommend touching that.
It would be harmful to your health.
We're using it to time our match.
He doesn't look like he's concentrating too hard. Excuse me.
Yes?
Can I play next?
Sure, if you don't mind waiting a few hours.
Oh, why so long?
I'll tell you why. Because Larbot the pirate here can't concentrate on the game for more than 2 minutes at a time.
Can I help it if I have a wide variety of interests that cause my mind to wander?
Yes, a wide variety of culinary interests, you mean?
Well, I never.
You never move, you mean?
Are you done yet?
Oh no, this will take hours.
So who's winning?
It's hard to say. I've been pressing Senor Castaneda's queen with my Montgolfier offensive. But I think the miserable Getz got me stymied with his Estrada barricade.
Ah, I see. Who's winning now?
It's too close to call.
Oh my gosh, someone set the food court on fire.
Where?
Haha! Nice move, Brainiac.
That doesn't count.
You know the rules. You let go of a piece, it's a move.
But...
Rules are rules, Tabo.
Fine.
So...
Yes?
I'm looking for a no-nosed pirate.
Yes?
Does he play chess?
I don't think so.
Then I don't care.
Your friend seems awfully focused on the game.
Noticed that, did you? Senor Castaneda is exceptionally well-disciplined. Once he sets his mind to a task, it's nearly impossible to shift his attention. Except...
Yes?
Well, he does carry something of a torch for Brittany, the bank teller.
Interesting. So Castaneda really has a thing for the bank teller, huh?
Oh yes, he carries a picture of Brittany with him wherever he goes.
I'll let you get back to your game.
Thank you.
He appears to be in deep concentration. Hey!
Yes?
Can I play next?
Sure, but you might be waiting for a while.
Oh, why?
Because chess is a game that requires hours of intense concentration.
Can I play now?
No.
So, who's winning?
It's difficult to say. I've been chipping away at Mr. Santiago's material via a subtle Yeltsin stagger step attack. But it looks as though he's undermining my efforts via a modified Khrushchev burial defense.
Yes, of course. Who's winning now?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
Brittany!
Brittany, where?
Nope, sorry. Just a stick. Brittany!
Brittany, where?
Ooh, good move.
Don't tell me you're gonna count that!
You bet your bonny butt I am.
You unbelievable jerk!
Who was it told me that rules are rules, Turbo?
Fine. You wanna see a move? Here's a move!
You call that a move? This is a move.
You can't do that!
Oh yeah? Who's gonna stop me?
Gainsian pig!
Nose goblin!
Cheese chomper!
Doily sniffer!
Smart pirates know not to get involved in domestic disputes.
Bug magnet!
Soft rocker!
Full step stand-in!
Fringe candidate!
Lard bucket!
Weasel warrior!
Sweat factory!
Monkey molester!
Cheese chomper!
They're using it right now.
Soft rocker!
Lard bucket!
Fringe candidate!
It's the path out of town.